speckled here. Charlie refers to... So what? Truth be told, there is no... What the pink spotted pattern on the urn is paint stains. Paint stains? And these stains did not... After the urn had been taken to Lottie Taylor. I'm not finding this joke to be very funny, Mr. Trade. They had the urn was broken due to human error, I should say, an error from human. And that's when the pink paint got in the urn. It clearly mentions the pink pattern. Which means, Detective Abney had seen the urn long before the crime ever took place. In fact, he saw it when this fake photo was taken. And because this photo is fake, your alibi for the night of the murder no longer holds water. Alexa, what's the weather?
In devices, 27 degrees Celsius with partly sunny skies. Tonight, you can expect just a few clouds.
Alright, that day is broken. Nick, I think it's still around for victory pose. Huh? So sad, no one has any conviction these days. Conviction, you say? Yesterday we all decided unanimously that this man was masked. And now we're calling him a murderer. You don't think we're being a tad fickle? That's a good point! No, wait, don't bother that too, Your Honor. You say that Luke Avenue was the one who killed King Bullet. Let me ask you this. Why would you do that? An excellent point. Motive, Mr. Right, motive. Might murder's motive manifest? If you prepared an alibi and pinned this crime on Ron Delight, as you say, you must have had a very strong motive for murder. The only one with any motive we've seen is Ron Delight. Ain't that right, Detective? Indeed. According to my own research, the boy's motive is clear. Without motive, it's nearly impossible to prove guilt in a murder case. Now then, maybe you can enlighten us as to what the defendant's motives were. I'd be honored to do so, old-timer. They're doing everything they can to make Ron look suspicious. Despite our lack of hard information, this may be our only chance. Allegro! No points of contact with the victim whatsoever. Kane Bullet decided to investigate the mask and simply mistook who he was. It was Mr. Bullet who wrote the blackmail letter and sent it to Ron Delight. And it was again Mr. Bullet who harbored a grudge against Mr. Delight for his betrayal. Mr. Bullet's mistake is quite excusable. The defendant truly believes he is Mask the Mask. That is why Mr. Delight saw it fit to kill Kane Bullet. Truly a tragedy. Alexa, lamp on. So the victim, Kane Bullet, blackmailed the defendant, is the blackmail letter found in the defendant's apartment. A handwriting test confirmed that Mr. Bullet was indeed the one who wrote the letter. What? Blackmail letter obtained in the court record. Very well, Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination. And who in the world is going to prove that? I will. To do a thorough background check of Detective Admin and King Bullet, then they would find any links between them. So on the report. Perhaps they were connected through their work? They were both involved in security. Nope. Nothing. Then, in any case, the only one with a motive was Mr. Delight. Mistook? That's right, mistook, from the Old Norse mistak, meaning to take an L. That wasn't what I meant. Because who did the victim mistake Master Mask to be? Why, the answer is obvious. Von der Light, of course. Oh, I like how that smug look on this guy's face. Why would the victim mistake the defendant for Master Mask? Don't you already know that? Why? Take a look at this newspaper. Oh ho, there's the famous tale of Emanon. Magnificent jewel. That photo shows a magnificent detective as well, does it not? Furthermore, it also shows an ugly guard, namely the defendant. The defendant? The victim clearly misread this article and sorry, he got the wrong impression. The impression that this ugly security guard was in fact Master Mouse. I see. That's an easy reason. It says bring $50,000, and that mine is without doubt the victims. There's no mistake, we have an official report to prove it. But I don't see an address in the letter anywhere. An address? This letter was discovered in Ron Delight's apartment. Mr. Delight did show up at the designated place and time. The fact that there was no address to you is irrelevant. What's up, Nick? So full. Why the blackmail that wasn't meant to Mr. Delight? Oh, do you have any evidence of that? To me, I just can't shake the feeling. And there's something not quite right about this blackmail now. Bingo! If you don't, I'll take that red diamond you received the other day instead. Save. There we go. Mind if I ask you a few questions, Detective Amy? Well, if it's just a few, I guess it's alright. When you said that this letter was addressed to Ron Delight, I couldn't help but notice one major contradiction. Contradiction? I don't know a walking contradiction like you get off saying things like that. You want to talk. At times like these, men are made to express themselves with their fists. Why don't you show us what you've got then, Julia? Indeed, time to out, Mr. Wright. Contradicting evidence from the content of his life. Mail letter. Damn it.
Objection!
Nope. Take a good look at this newspaper clipping. It contains a picture of the tail of Emanon, the stolen jewel. What about it? The problem is this jewel's color. Color? I'm not much for discussing color myself. According to the clipping, the color of the stolen jewel was blue. However, in the blackmail letter, a totally different jewel is mentioned. I'll take that red diamond you received the other day. Red? Which means the red diamond described in the blackmail letter is not the tail of Emanon that the mask stole at all. And your point is, Mr. Track? So you're trying to say that this blackmail letter was intended for someone else? That is what you're trying to say, right, Trey? That is what you're trying to say, right, Miss White? Yes. This is who King Bullet was actually blackmailed. Naturally, it was you, Detective, at me. Do you have some sort of basis for that claim? Yes. You have been personally involved in every single Massacre Mask case, and in the last case you recovered what was stolen and received a jewel as your reward. A jewel. Probably the one wrapped conspicuously around your finger. Another diamond ring. That isn't on the first in the letter, which means that King Bullet wrote that letter in order to blackmail you. Order on the It seems you've gone too far with childish behavior. Uh-oh, don't like what he said. King Bullet blackmailing look at me. Are you for real? Yes, I am. Look at me. What's a blackmailer?
Objection!
Hey now, isn't that a little different from what you've been saying? You said that King Bullet was one blackmailing Luke at me. You saying that Emmy was blackmailing someone else on top of that? You have to admit that does sound a little odd. It's not odd, it's the only thing that makes any sense. King Bullet was blackmailing Luke at me. But Von Light was also being blackmailed by a certain someone. In which case, that would mean that the law was actually Master Mask. That is what we are claiming. Someone else came up with the plans and had Mr. Delight steal his targets. And that someone was none other than Luke Adams. Silence! Now I see, it's all becoming clearer. What? When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Careless with the tendency to jump to conclusions. Am I wrong? How did you... You say that I, Luke Adamy, was blackmailing on Delight? In which case I would naturally know all about his relation to Master Mask. Well, yes. One Delight started receiving plans from his second time onward, correct? Which means I learned of his identity when he first committed that first crime. Good point, you certainly couldn't have blackmailed him otherwise. In that case, let's see some hard bit of evidence. during the first time. How did Luke Abney know that Von der Leyen was masked and masked? I think I see it. This newspaper clipping. Yep, I'm on the right track. It has a picture of you and Von der Leyen in his guard uniform. It seems that mask didn't just disappear in thin air. He just took off his outfit and hid in a bucket. That sounds far too stupid to be true. Correct. It looks like that. He couldn't fool a baby, let alone a detective. That's what you figured out, Mr. Atomy? That's when you learned that under his mask. What the? Wasn't he supposed to be mask? Not only that, looks like... What the fuck? Trying to pass himself off as a nice detective? What? You expose me? Why, I mean, I've never blackmailed anyone in my life. I'm a famous and proud ace detective and also a mask. I'm afraid you're neither a proud thief nor a detective. You're a blackmailer and a murderer. That is your true identity. It would seem we finally arrived at the real answer. That was quite a performance by Mr. Atomy. Bailiff, please prepare yourself for Mr. Atomy. Oh, fuck off, Godo. The hammer that strikes. Too fast, there's no time to aim. How about I aim a hammer at your head, mate? What do you mean? I'm already prepared to deliver my ruling. Allow me to say, I will be the one judge. Now I get much more in your face than that. It appears that your claws weren't quite sharp enough for me to try.
Objection!
Ace Defective, you mean? That was nothing I must be doing. Even if Ron is proclaimed to be innocent, the real killer, Luke Hammy, will go free. I think I see it. Shauna, when you were a child, this is what was on your report card every year. Has poor hearing and often makes mistakes as a result. How did you... Phoenix, raise your head up high. Have you forgotten what I used to tell you? A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. I was wondering when she'd come and play. That voice. No way. Mia! This is a true power of the crying charming technique. No, that's really Maya, who's standing before me. Right now she's my mentor, Mia Fey. Now, let's do it. But there's nothing more we can do, Mia. Any more tests when you can't cross-examine? Not yet. The test is not over yet. What do you mean? Your Honor, just now you said something very interesting. You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today. Yes, that's true, but unfortunately, Your Honor, you're forgetting something. Earlier, after the last cross-examination, this witness made a number of remarks. Yes, those comments appear to have no importance whatsoever. Very well, then we shall prove their importance by a cross-examination. At any rate, as long as the witness has made these remarks, we, the defense, have a right to question them. Is that all right with you, prosecutor? Is something the matter, Mr. Godo? And... Oh, sir, lawyer, it seems like you're one step too late. Do you think such falsehoods will do anything to me, look at? Let's have it. Huh? So it's true that the witness made some remarks. So then, let's say this last bit of cross-examination. Mr. Godo, what you... Very well then, Mr. Luke Hatby, I'm going to allow the defense to cross-examine your earlier remarks. This testimony actually seems to help me well. The witness's earlier remarks do not appear to have been hastily prepared. All of his points have been explained, and none of them seem to contradict anything. But of course. But how did you know about the emergency buzzer? Oh god, here we go.
Objection!
Oh, fuck off! Can't even... This is the most frustrating part of Trials and Tribulations. The unlimited penalty. Godo, I think I might have to pour a nice cup of acid on your head after this.
Objection!
Ah! Fuck off, George! The unlimited penalty really pissed me off. That's the thing I didn't miss about causing tribulations. George, I'm gonna rip your head off. If that was real life, I would have gone up to the judge and punched him by now. Don't care if that would have got me arrested. Okay, so, something.
Objection!
Fuck off! Fuck off, George! Okay, just let me pick up my glass cup and fire your head. This is why I could never be a lawyer myself.
Objection!
Fuck! afraid you're the one who still... Thank you. I'm afraid you're the one who still doesn't get, Mr. Godo. What? Miss Sammy, it seems you finally admitted that you were in the CEO's office on the night of the murder. Let's review your testimony, shall we, Miss Sammy? The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? Mr. Delight was wearing his Mask outfit. Is that correct? Indeed, that is what I said. My deduction is absolutely foolproof. More like your deductions prove that you're a fool. I'm sorry, whatever do you mean? For some reason, I'm starting to get thirsty. When exactly did we learn the fact that Von Delight was dressed as Mask when he went to the scene of crime? No, it was just a few hours ago, back when Miss Super Cup was looking at me with a cold stare. That's right, the defendant had yet to tell anyone else this fact before this morning. Therefore, the only people who should know it are those who have been watching this trial. Do you understand now, Detective Atme? There is no way that you should have known about that. You were next Scotland being tried as Mask. So then, enlighten us. Just how did you know about that piece of information?
Objection!
Come on, this detective must have known about it. If I had plenty of chances to find out beforehand. And it's those chances I want to discuss next. That night, Mr. Delight was wearing his Mask outfit. There's one and only one way for Detective Atme to have found that out. Please recall, if you will, Mr. Delight's testimony. When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there. For a second, my client witnessed the real killer. Mr. Delight never saw his attacker, so there's no way to tell whether or not the real killer was Luke Atme. Yes, for that statement, I'll turn this case on its head. Just what are you implying? Mr. Delight saw the real killer, correct? Now if you turn that statement around, it stands to reason that the real killer had also seen Von Delight. Impossible. Detective Atme, you saw Mask at the murder scene that night. You saw him when you killed Kane Bullet and assaulted Von Delight. That's the same line you gave yesterday. But I think there's no more meaning behind it this time. What an awfully complicated incident. Kane Bullet was blackmailing Luke Atme, who was in turn blackmailing Von Delight. And upon killing his blackmailer, Luke Atme tried to frame Von Delight. He then claimed to be guilty as Mask in order to escape his true crime. And to that end, he came up with this plan, to use the double jeopardy rule when making his offer. At any rate, it would seem we finally found the truth. Excuse me. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man, besmirching him in the title of murderer. Don't ignore me! Really? Oh, I didn't realize you were there. Why wouldn't you be? About the verdict. I know, you never committed any murder. That's right, I'm so glad you understand that, but I really am Mask. What did you say, double jeopardy? No, that you mentioned. I've been careless. What do you think, Mia? The defendant says the rule of double jeopardy was absolute. The defendant can never be tried twice for a crime in which he was once found innocent. And then Mask is really innocent? It seems so. No? No then, this court finds the defendant not guilty. Boy, this is really lucky. Wait, this isn't so good after all. You did it, Phoenix. Thanks, Mia. It's been a long time, hasn't it? Yes, because Maya don't call me much these days. Oh, I'm just joking, Phoenix. Don't take your efforts so seriously. I can put my face over Mr. Nick, Mr. Miles, congratulations! Talk about bad timing. No, you got it wrong! So just as the case came to an end, came to a close, so did my consciousness. Once a broken bowl can be put back together, but no, that's not true. I mean, just look. Here's a perfect example of one that was put back together even better than before.